Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about just a few ways that you can enhance your yoga practice and just take it to that next level. So tip number one is to be consistent. It's just like all things. It's like brushing your teeth when you were a kid. You never wanted to do it every day when you were a child, right? But now it's second nature. You get up, you brush your teeth, you go to bed, you brush your teeth. So just trying to take that at least 5-15 minutes every single day just for your yoga practice. I know for me personally, I did my first yoga practice, my first yoga class when I was about 13 years old, but I was never consistent. Not until probably about 10 years ago was I truly consistent with my yoga practice, and my practice now is completely different, night and day. So be consistent. Tip number two is to please use props. They're not just there to make the poses easier, they're there to assist you in either making the poses a little bit easier or more challenging. Yes, the props can make things more challenging. Please use props. And again, when I first started yoga, I just had my mat. Now at home, I have a mat, I have blocks, I've got a strap, I'm sitting on a body lift, one of the headstand lifts, which I will probably go over in another video, but I pretty much have every single equipment thing that there is out there. And each one of them enhances my practice no end. Like seriously, get props. Prop yourself up. Even if you just get your own yoga mat, seriously, nobody wants to use yoga mats that are from the gym or from the yoga studio. Get your own. So tip number three is to educate yourself. Whether that's a workshop, a conference, an event, teacher training, any kind of further education that you can do for your practice as a whole, not just the asana, is going to just elevate your yoga practice just to that next level. It really does. Not only will you learn more about yoga, but about yourself, which is the purpose of learning about yourself. You'll also be around like-minded people and create a yoga community, which is one of the reasons that I absolutely adore teaching at the yoga studio. Tip number four is going to be invest in some private yoga sessions. So as a yoga teacher, when we have upwards of 40 people in our classes, and yes, I've taught classes with like 45 people, it is so hard to go around and be mindful of everybody. You can't, we don't have that many eyes. Seriously, it's so hard. So sometimes some people, don't get the attention that they really need, because we're so focused on the person that's kind of gonna injure themselves the worst. So really investing in some private sessions is one of the best ways that you can find how to do a yoga pose for your body. There's no one way to do a yoga pose. There's only the right way for you. We're all dealing with our own little issues, and you can find that only by really attending either a private or a semi-private session. Quick plug, if you are in the local area to me, I am available for private sessions. Tip number five is to expand your practice. Expand your practice outside of the physical practice of yoga. Yoga is not just a physical practice, it is a life practice. So maybe you include some meditation, some concentration, some focus. One way you could do this is, again, coming back to the education aspect, but also maybe attending a meditation retreat, something like that. Something that's going to push you outside of your current limits and just expand the practice in ways that you didn't even know were available. Yoga is not a workout. Okay, tip number six. So, work on yourself. In this day and age of mental health and awareness, we really need to be focusing on our mental health. So, work on it. We can't do this alone. Even if you think you can, and I was one of those people, you can't. Get some help. Whether that is just getting together with friends and like-minded people, again, creating that little community. Find somebody who is prepared to listen and provide unbiased advice. Worth its weight in gold. Invest in yourself. And finally, we get to tip number 7, which is to unblock your chakras. So I have taught a class on the chakras before, and I didn't tell anybody. I just did the class, and it was kind of unreal how many people commented at the end of the class how their hearts felt open. And that was the exact focus of my class. Unblocking the chakras from the root up was amazing. And I've done a video on the chakras before, which I will link. But it was just amazing. There is something to be said for whether you believe in the woo-woo or the esoterical or whatever, there is definitely something to be said for the chakras. So first things first, unblocking the chakras takes time. It's not something that you can just kind of, okay, I'm going to do a heart opener and that just unblocks the heart chakra. It's not how it works. I think of it like those little Russian dolls where you have one inside the other. It's kind of the same thing. You have to unlock the root and then kind of go in succession. There are lots of ways to unblock the chakras, whether that be movement, meditation, pranayama, chanting. But another way, and I've mentioned this before in a previous video, is to use scents. So aromas, and sometimes it's kind of funny how like a scent can just take you back in time to a particular moment. And if we think about that, how powerful is our olfactory system? Like it can just do that instantly. You're transported back in time. I have one scent, it's a hairspray, and I don't even know the brand of the hairspray, but as soon as I smell it, it just instantly transports me back into a school camp that I went to when I was about 14. Just instantly. So I've mentioned before how I've used incense to unblock the chakras while I'm meditating, doing pranayama, or even just doing my physical yoga practice. But one of the things I've been doing recently is to use essential oils. So one of the brands that I've been using is the Natural Sense Chakra essential oils, and they are sponsoring this video, so thank you very much. So this is a great little set because it has all of the 7 chakra essential oils that you will need. All 7 of the chakras are listed from the root chakra to the crown chakra. So you get all 7 of the chakra oils and a little information booklet. So needless to say, there are tons of ways that you can use these to unblock your chakras. You can add some to a bath or shower, or even just while you're out and about in the house. Maybe rather than burning an incense, you have the oil burner instead. So one thing I do prefer about the essential oils over incense is that I can use these anywhere. So if you're afraid of, like, if you have kids and you don't want a flame burning, these are a great alternative. Or if you're like me and you have a dog that just likes to investigate everything, these are a great alternative. So there you have it. There are 7 tips to help enhance your yoga practice. I hope that was helpful. And thank you to Natural Sense for sponsoring this video. If you want to invest in some essential oils to help unblock your chakras, I will leave a link in the description below. Until then, don't forget to leave me a like, leave me a comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye! I really don't think I'll ever get used to speaking to a camera. It's very weird. Seriously, there's nothing like tea.